So in the last session we discussed about synchronization, right? Synchronization concepts. In synchronization we discussed page loading and implicit wait, and today we will see the remaining two options, explicit wait and sleep. What is the explicit wait? So explicit wait, we can use this explicit wait to make Selenium WebDriver to wait for some condition to satisfy in the application within some maximum period of time. See, for example, in the redbus.in, after clicking such button, it will display such results. So it will take some time to process that search criteria and to display the search results in the web page. So here we can define explicit wait like this. Let us see that redbus.in application. Redbus. Okay. And date of journey, select some date. Now when you click search button, it will search the results. It will display. See, it is taking some time to display these results. So here we can insert explicit wait statement. After clicking the search button, application is taking some time to display the search results. So after clicking the search button, we can insert explicit wait statement to make Selenium WebDriver to wait until the search results displayed. Until the search results table is displayed, I want to wait the WebDriver. Once it is displayed, then I want to get what is the starting time for SRS travels or KGN travels, or how many seats are available. Some information I want to get from this search table. Are you clear? See how to insert, how to use explicit wait statement to make Selenium WebDriver to wait for some condition. What is that condition here? The search results should be displayed. That is the condition. If the search results is displayed, see, we can define maximum time 60 seconds. That means I want to wait for maximum 60 seconds of time to display the search results. If the search results are displayed within 5 seconds, it won't wait for 60 seconds. As soon as the search results are displayed, the condition will be satisfied. So immediately it will execute, it will come out from the waiting state and it will execute the next step. Understand? That means we are defining some condition, just wait for this condition to satisfy. Whenever this condition is satisfied, then it will come out from that waiting state and it will execute the next step. Understand? But implicit wait statement, how it works? In the implicit wait statement, we are not defining any condition. When implicit wait will make Selenium WebDriver to wait, if any element identification issue, if any issue in the element identification at any step, in any step, if there is any issue or error in the identification of web element, then I want to wait for some time. That is the implicit wait. Are you clear? The difference between implicit and explicit. The implicit wait will make Selenium WebDriver to wait if any error occurs or if there is any issue in web element identification at any step. At any step, the implicit wait is applicable to all the steps. So it is a kind of global statement. But explicit wait is not like that. So let us write our what is a search bus here. This is the search bus function. First, what we are doing here, I have added implicit wait. So this implicit wait is applicable for all the steps inside this function. At any step, if there is any issue in the object identification, then it will wait for maximum 30 seconds of time to identify that element. Now Here what we are doing in this step, what we are doing, we are enter from city, correct? And here what we are doing, enter to city, to which city you want to travel. And after that we have to select date of journey, select date of journey. Let us add this step. This step is not added. Date of journey I have to select. See, to select date of journey, we have to click this element first. We have to click on this text box. So first let us see. Sorry, I have opened in Chrome. I had to open in Firefox. Where is this? Not there. Firebug. Install Firebug. Firebug. Okay, so it is installed. Firebug is installed. Okay, now open redbus.in. Redbus.in. Okay, now first I have to click this text box, date of journey text box. So let us see that date of journey text box attributes. This text box attributes. ID is there. Onboard calendar. Copy this and add that statement. D dot find element by dot ID value dot click. We have to click that text box. So we are clicking the text box. After clicking the text box, it displays a calendar. After clicking this, it displays this calendar. Okay, just you click on this border to make it opened. If you don't click on this border, see, if I click here and when you click this, see, it will be disappear. So what we have to do to make that calendar keep it open, just you click somewhere in the border, in the border line, and then you click on this arrow mark, then select what date you want to click. So this date, 25 date I want to click. See, to identify day element dynamically, if you want to click on that 24th date or 25th date or 30th date or 31st date, we have defined one Xpath. In Xpath document, we defined one Xpath, dynamic Xpath. See that to identify different day value. See this one. This is the Xpath. We can use this Xpath. Copy this Xpath. So here we have to define what date you want to select, what day number you want to select. That day we have to define here. That's it. So using Xpath, we have to click on this element, day element, inside this calendar, first table calendar I want to click. So the statement is d dot find element by dot Xpath. Okay, so this is the Xpath. I'm going to define here 25. I want to select 25 date in the first table. So here I am giving 25 value, day value, and click that element. We have to click that element. Dot click. Sorry, not clear. Click. Okay. Click that element. Done. So this is the step to select a date of journey. And here what we are doing, click search button. Okay, Are you clear? So this is the steps. So here we automated how many steps? Step 1, enter the from city. In step 2, enter to city and select date of journey and click search button. After clicking the search button, I want to get how many number of seats are available in SRS Travels bus. How many seats are available from Chennai to Bangalore on 25th date? On 25th date, how many number of seats are available? So I want to get number of seats. Uh, that is my next function. I'm going to create here public static void get seats. I want to get number of seats from. For that, what we have to do to get the seats? First, we have to search from this city to this city on this particular date. We have to search it. So I'm calling this function here, search function, search bus. So inside this search bus function, we are searching from this city to this city on this particular date. We are searching. After searching that, it will display search results. After clicking this search button, it will display search results. So we want to wait until the search results table is displayed. Are you clear? So I want to,
Sir,
yeah, select the date here and click search button. Sorry, enter city, Chennai, Bangalore. Okay, and click search button. See, after this, it will display search results table. Until this search results table is displayed, we have to wait. So select this table. Let us see the table ID. Where is the table? It is not a table at all. Sorry, it is not a table. So how you can make sure that whether this such results are displayed or not? At least we have to identify this header. This header should be displayed. Let us highlight this header. This one. Yeah, this one. Okay. What is this header division? Fixer. Okay, we can check this one. Onward, sort and filter. Sort and filter division. See this division. This element identifies, highlights this entire division. Entire header. Such results header is being highlighted here by using this division element. So I can check that whether this division element with this particular ID is displayed or not. If this division element is displayed, then what we can assume? The such results is displayed. If this such results are not displayed, this header will not be displayed. That means this division element will not be displayed. So that is a condition we are going to define now in the explicit wait. What is that condition? First we have to identify the condition. What condition? For what condition you want to wait? I want to wait until the such results displayed. How you can decide that? How you can say that such results are displayed or not? So I want to check here this header such results header. If the such results header is displayed, then that condition is satisfied. So that is a condition now we are going to use inside this explicit wait. Let us see that how to insert explicit wait statement after clicking the search button. Wait for such results to display. This is my condition. Until that condition satisfied, I want to wait maximum of 60 seconds. So to insert explicit wait statement, we have to define here web driver wait is the one new class we are using here, web driver wait. So let us define some uh, d wait, driver wait variable. It is a variable. This is a class. We can import that class. Say that import this class. So this error will be gone. Yes, we have imported this WebDriver wait class. So explicit wait will be defined in Selenium WebDriver by using this class, WebDriver wait class. Are you clear? New, define here new WebDriver wait, define here D, driver D. Yeah, WebDriver D, comma, define number of seconds, 60 seconds. How much time you want to wait? See what inputs I have to pass to this system class. So there are two inputs. One is a driver and long timeout value in seconds. The timeout value should be defined in seconds. So these are the two inputs we have to pass to this WebDriver wait class. What we are doing in this statement, we are creating WebDriver wait object by using this class. So to this class, we have to define two inputs. D is nothing but a driver, and 60 is number of seconds, how much time maximum that we want to wait, 60 seconds. Once we create the driver WebDriver wait statement, I will define wdvw WebDriver wait statement, wait object. This is the WebDriver wait object. So using this object, we can define explicit wait. WebDriver dot until inside this until method, we have to define our expected condition. What is the expected condition? That expected condition should be defined inside this until method. So we have to define here expected conditions dot, say locate that here. There are so many different types of expected conditions we can define. Say alert is present. If you want to wait, we will write it here, all expected. We will discuss all these expected conditions one by one. I will explain you what is that. Now what expected condition we are looking for? I am looking for the search results header element, division element. Header element is nothing but division element here. See, we are waiting for, I want to wait to display this division element with ID, onboard, sort and filter. So we want to wait until this element is displayed. So here, what is our condition we can use here? Element to be present. Element is present. Element to be selected. Where is it? Visible. Presence of element located by ID. Are you clear? We are looking for some element to be present with a specific value, with a specific attribute value. What is that locator attribute? We are using ID. So we can use this condition, expected condition. Are you clear? What is that locator? By dot ID and define that ID value. What is ID value? This one. Control C. ID. Are you clear? See how this expected explicit wait statement is defined. There are two steps. In the first step, what we are doing? We are creating WebDriver wait object. WebDriver wait object. So to this WebDriver wait object, we have to pass two inputs. What is the first input? Driver, and the second input is number of maximum time. number of maximum seconds, how many seconds you want to wait maximum, 60 seconds or whatever the time that you want to wait maximum. Are you clear? So in this step we are creating WebDriver wait object by using WebDriver wait class. In the second step, by using this WebDriver wait object, and we are using until method, and inside this until method we are defining expected condition. That means we want to wait until this expected condition is satisfied. So what is that expected condition? How to define expected condition? By using expected conditions class. By using this expected conditions class, we can define the expected condition. What is our expected condition? Presence of element located by ID. Presence of element located by ID. Yeah, by locator should be passed as input to this method. Presence of element located by ID. So that means we are looking for some element to be displayed in the web page. What is that element? That element is defined by using a locator. How that element can be identified? So by using some locator, that element can be identified. So that could be defined by using by class, by dot id or by dot class or by dot name, whatever the locator that you want to use to identify that element. So by using that locator, we can define that element by dot id and id value. Understand now? So this statement will make the WebDriver to wait until this element is displayed in the web page. Are you clear?
Yes,
so now
the search results page. What is the name of the search results page we have found, sir? Have you found that search results page?
what is the? I'm not getting your question.
No. That name of the search results, sir. How to? The first of all, we should identify the page. Then only we can identify the object of that page, right?
Correct.
Whether it's
yeah, that's what must.
To identify.
Yeah, that is right. You are right, Govind. See, how do you know whether such results are displayed or not? What is the criteria we have to check to make sure that such results are displayed in the web page after clicking the search button? So what is the criteria or condition that we want to use? This is the search results page header, correct? This is the search results page header. So this element, we are identifying that element by using this division element. Look at that here. When you move the cursor to this division element, it is highlighting that entire section, header section, search results header section, correct?
Okay.
So I want to check that whether this search results header element is displayed or not. If this search results header is displayed, then we can ensure that such results are displayed. Is it right? If the search results are not displayed, then definitely this header element will not be displayed. Understand?
Okay.
So that's why I'm using this search results web element, search results header element. How that header element is defined in the HTML page? By using division element. See, this header element is header section is defined in the HTML page as a division web element. Understand? This entire search results header section is defined in the HTML file as a division element.
So to identify this header, we are using ID element, right, sir? ID attribute, right?
Correct. Yeah. For this division element, there is a ID attribute available, right?
Yes.
See, for this division element, there is ID attribute available. So we can identify that a particular web element by using ID. Correct.
Okay, sir.
See the preference, which locator we can use to identify any element. The first preference should be ID. Correct. If ID is not available, what is the next priority?
Name.
Name. Correct. And then we can look for, if it is a link element, then we can use link text, partial link text, those things. If it is not a link, then we can try with the class, if that class has a unique value, understand, or if tag is unique value. If class and tag is not unique value, then we have to use either Xpath or CSS path, correct? So this is the aspect that we have to identify the locator to identify this element. So for this division element, ID is the locator we can use, because ID attribute is available with unique value. So we can use ID as a locator to identify this section header. So that is what we defined here in the presence of element located by ID. Understand now, clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, these two steps, okay? So
Sir,
one,
suppose suppose if the search results display time is more than the 60 seconds, means we should increase the time, right, sir? Later,
yes,
later we should
that,
increase
you
the
are,
time, right?
you are right.
We have given the 60. Suppose
Yeah, yes, you are right, Govind. Suppose if it takes more than 60 seconds of time to display such results, then definitely you should have to increase this waiting time in the
okay,
explicit
sir.
wait
Okay.
statement. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So once such results are displayed, then what I want to do? I want to get a seat number of seats. How many seats are available for particular bus, in particular bus I want to find. Understand? Say for example, I want to find in VRL travels or in SRS travels, I want to find this 36 seats are there, right? This value I want to get. How many seats are available in SRS travels? This value I want to get for SRS travels. How to identify this element? We already defined one Xpath to identify this value, correct? Duration at time, departure time. We defined one Xpath here in by using following option. See here. See this option to get departure time. Now what value you want to get now? I want to get the value from
Number,
number of seats. Is it right? For this number of seats, what is the attribute? We have to look into that. 36. See that here. See this is the value 36. You want this one 36. See what is the class? Seats available. Seats AB. This is the class name. Understand? Inside seat block. Inside the seat block, and this is the division we have to get. And from this division, we have to get available seats. See span. Available seats element text value we have to get. Are you clear? Available seats. This class. So I think so definitely this class would be more than one. See this class, this element will be available inside each transport. For SRS travels there is this element. Similarly for KGN travels this element is available with the same class. Understand? So first what we have to do? First we have to identify SRS travels. Under this SRS travels we have to find seats available class element. Available seats class element. Then it will identify this one. First, if you want to get this value, first you have to identify KGN travels, and inside this KGN travels, then we have to get this element. Like that, we have to identify. Understand? So, how we define the XPath for this? Look at that. I want to get number of seats. Okay. D dot find element by dot XPath. Define that XPath. See now this XPath I have to change. See what is the travels name? I want to get SRS travels. Okay, copy this SRS travels. See here I am changing here SRS travels. See inside this SRS travels, we have to identify first division with the class value, seat block, this value. See this one. Inside this travels following division class with the seats block. See this one. This division value I am defining. seat block, bus data block. Under this seat block, division block, once you identify this block, then you have to go to division and span. Okay, only two elements are there inside this division element. So we can directly define division slash span. Understand? Inside this, I'm going to define here directly. Division, span. Are you clear? First, once you identify this element, division element, inside this division element, there is one more division, and inside that there is a span. And this span contains this value, 36 value. This is the value I want to get. So I am defining directly inside this division, inside this division, one more span. And from this span, what value you want to get? Okay. This is Xpath. Okay, and define that and dot text. Get the text value. I want to get text value from this element. Dot get the text is
Sir, inside sound అది.
there. Get text is there.
Sir?
Yeah.
Now it's okay, sir. Before sound is coming.
Okay. Now get.
Okay, sir.
So we are getting the text value here. Define one variable. What is that variable? String. Number of seats. S seats is equal to. Okay. Then print that value. System dot out dot print line. S seats plus
The number of seats, why you are taking string, sir? It's a number only, right? Numeric only, right?
no text, right? It is, we are getting it as a text.
Okay.
Bull in SRS travels, right? In SRS travels bus.
Why we have taken the Xpath means the same attributes available in the across the web elements, right, sir? That's what to identify the particular element we have used the Xpath, right?
No man, see why we are using Xpath here. These are all dynamic elements. Understand? This is one section. Okay.
Yes,
inside this section, there are same sections, multiple sections are there. See, this element have same properties. This element also will be having same properties. This element also will be having same properties. Understand? That means there are multiple elements with the same properties, with the same attributes. Understand?
Yeah, that's what I am.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
See, this entire section, same section, all these elements and all these elements will be having same attributes. All sections are similar, correct? Or similar sections are displayed, multiple sections are displayed, multiple such results are displayed, and each such result item attributes are same, correct? So we can't use any unique attribute because there are duplicate elements. If you take deposit time, same deposit time is there here. This element and this element will be having same attributes. Similarly, if you take this what is that travels element, this also will be having same attributes. So that's why we can't use any direct locator like id, name, class will not be working fine. That's why we are going with Xpath, because these are all dynamic elements. Understand? Dynamic and duplicate elements. Dynamically displaying and also duplicates. There are multiple duplicate elements are there. All such results items will be having same attributes. That's the reason we are using here Xpath.
The dynamic means it's a keep on changing, right, sir? Values are changing, right?
Correct. These search results are
Dynamically.
static, not static, right? Search results are not static. If I change
Mm.
the search criteria from Hyderabad to Bangalore or Chennai to Hyderabad,
Mm.
I will be getting different search results. If I give the search criteria from Chennai to Bangalore, I got this search result. Correct? If I change the cities
Mm.
or if I change the date, you will be getting different search results. You will not be getting the same search results for different search criteria. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So that's why these elements are dynamically displayed and also duplicate. All elements are duplicate because all are similar elements. In every row, all elements are similar. This row elements are similar to this row because attributes are same. But text or value is different. Text is different, but attributes are same for any two row elements. Understand? So that is the reason we are using here Xpath. Are you clear? Now here I am displaying
Yes, sir.
number of seats available for SRS Travels bus on 25th day. So call this function instead of search bus we are calling get seats and save it. Now run. And what is this one? Okay, see date is selected 25th journey and now it is waiting. Once results are displayed, then it will display, it will get the number of seats from SRS Travels. See now, only one seat is available in SRS Travels bus. Is it right? Is it right answer? SRS Travels? No, right? It is wrong. 36 seats are available. But why it is showing only one seat?
Yes, sir.
Hmm? SRS Travels only, right? I defined. Where would define SRS Travels? No, nothing is defined here. That's why. Okay. No, something wrong. We missed.
In Xpath is there, right, sir?
Huh?
In Xpath we have not mentioned the SRS travel, sir.
We have to define that SRS Travels. Okay, sorry. We have to
Uh,
take this one. This XPath. One second. XPath is wrong. Okay. Now here we have to define SRS Travels. Private buses, bus list. SRM transports title. Title I have to change. SRS Travels. Bus title. The bus title should be changed here. SRS Travels. Okay. After that, we have to identify what element we have to identify. Let us see that. This one, 36 seats. Correct? Where is this one? It's not available now. We've opened that. Fifth. Okay. What is the, this is the class name we have to define. Control C. Instead of time block, we have to define after that division span. That's it. Division span. Okay. Once you identified that, inside this division span, from this span we have to get the value. Okay. This is the XPath. So in XPath now we defined a title SRS travels. So for this SRS travels, I want to get number of seats from this element. Inside this element, that number of seats value is displayed. So inside this span element. So from this span element, I want to get the text. The text is nothing but number of seats into this variable and print that variable. Okay. Now let us run it. Okay. See, now it displayed correctly. 36 seats are available in SRS Travels bus. So there are 36 seats in SRS Travels. Are you clear? Suppose if you want to get KGN Travels, then you have to copy this value. We have to update the XPath. Only in XPath we have to change the title, bus title. Where is it, bus title? Here. We have to change this. VGN Travels, right? KGN Travels. KGN Travels. KGN Travels. Just I am updating the title. That's it. Okay. Save it. Now run. It should display KGN Travels number of tickets, number of seats available. Okay. Number of seats available in KGN Travels. Where is console? Here somewhere. KGN Travels. It is not identified properly. Let us see that why it is not identified.
KZN, sir, not KMG.
Huh?
KZN. KZN, sir.
Huh?
You have written the KZN.
What I defined?
What you have written? Yes, sir.
Correct, right?
Correct. Yes, sir.
Maybe space something may be a problem. Let us try now. Now let us try. See, there is something additional thing. It is something ad is coming. I have to close that. No, still again problem, I guess. It is not getting this KGN travels. Title is KGN travels only, right? Let us see why it is not running. Let us see the attributes of KGN travels element. Red bus starting. So again error. The error is same thing. That element is not identified. Okay. No such element except. That means element is not identified. Let us see that attributes for KGN travels. Right, this one. H4 title is KGN travels. Correct, right? Oh, see, there is more space is there here. Look at that here. KGN and between travels and KGN, there is more space. That is a problem.
Yes.
That's why it's not identified. We have to define. See, there is more space here. That's why it's not identified. Now it should work. Now it should display 19 seats available. Here 19 seats are available. So it should display 19. See that 19 seats are available. So it is getting correctly that particular KGN travels number of seats. Are you clear? So how to see, this is the explicit wait statement. This is what mainly we have to focus. See, in this explicit wait statement, there are many different types of expected conditions can be defined. Understand? In the explicit wait statement, let me give that statement. What is the syntax for that? This is the syntax. Okay. Okay. And now see that in expected conditions, there are different types of expected conditions. Expected conditions that we can use. See how many different types of expected conditions are available. Let us see that. Just you have to press dot here. Expected conditions we have to write. See here the first one, alert is present. Alert is present. Alert. That means what is the use of this? When we can use this? If you want to check for some alert message to display. If you want to wait for some alert message box to display, then we can use this alert is present. Are you clear? And element section state to be. See, element selection state to be. That means that particular element can be selectable or not selectable. For example, if there is a web element link, okay, when you can click that link, if it is enabled only you can click it. If it is disabled, we cannot click that. Correct? So element selection state to be. by locator and by web element. Okay, let us say that element selection state to be the next one, element selection state to be with, there are two things here, dot by locator and by web element. See what is this? By and boolean value you have to pass, true or false. Input. What is the by? We have to define by dot id or by dot name or by dot Xpath, like that we have to define the web element here in the first argument. The second argument should be true or false, whether this element can be selectable or should not be selectable. Understand? That means that element should be displayed in this particular state, selectable state or unselectable state. That is a condition. If you define false here, that element should be displayed in non-selectable state, unselectable state. If it is true, second argument, that element should be displayed in selectable state. Understand the point, the condition here. See, we have another one. See here we can define either by, or we can define a web element directly, or web element. One more value also we can pass, web element. Understand? We can define the web element either by using by dot locator, or directly you can define a web element. Web element means, see, you can get a web element into web element variable. Understand? Is there anywhere we defined it? No, right? See, for example, what is a web element means? See, for example, if you take this text box, see, I can define like this. I can write two statements like this, or I can define like this. See, web element text box equal to that one. Now this web element, import this class, done. Now see, this variable is assigned with text box element. Now this element can be used directly. See, txt box dot clear, like this we can write. Now txt box dot send keys, Chennai, I want to enter Chennai. Are you clear? See, either you can write the statements like this, or you can write these three statements. Understand the point here? What we are doing in the first statement, in the first way, you are defining in this statement, you are defining the element by using by id. In the second step also, again you are defining the element by using by dot id. But in this approach, what we are doing, you are defining web element only once. You are identifying the web element by using by dot id locator, and that web element is assigned to text box web element variable, and this variable you are using to refer this element in the next two steps. That means in this approach, it is a good approach. We no need to define every time that web element locator. Only once we are defining that web element locator, and that web element will be identified by using that locator, and once that element is identified, that web element will be assigned to this variable, and we can use this variable in the following steps directly without defining locator. Understand the point here? So in this statement, the first element in this method, the first element can be web element. That web element can be defined directly by using by dot locator, or by using web element variable. Web element variable means nothing but like this text box. By dot locator means we have to define the element like this by using by dot id and id value. Web element means we have to get that web element into this some web element variable, and this variable should be defined here in the first argument. Understand the point here? So this is the another way how we can define the web elements. Comment it. Okay. So this is the group of statements. We can block group of statements can be commented by using these characters. Single slash with asterisk, again asterisk and slash. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that is the element selection state to
Ex-
be. See what is the next other expected conditions what we can use. Element to be clickable. Element to be clickable. Click is different and selection is different. Okay. Click. Click means what is that? Selection state. One second. One small confusion here. When to use selection state and when to use clickable. Okay. Okay. So clickable is different and selection is different. Okay. Selection is different. Action. Click is different action. Are you clear? How to say? See, for example, if you take a drop down box, or if you take a checkbox, or if you take a radio button, understand? So in these elements, if it is a select element means list box, combo box. There, what kind of action you can do? Selection action we can do, correct? And but click action you can do still. Even though in the select in the drop down box you can do click also, and also you can do selection also. Both the things we can do. So whatever the action is applicable, if it is a drop down box we can use selection, or if it is a normal element then we can use a click action condition. Understand? Element to be clickable. That means when you can use this condition, I want to display that element should be clickable or not. If that element is clickable, then I want to wait until that element becomes clickable, or I want to wait until that element becomes not clickable. So like that, if you want to define a condition, then we have to use this condition. Element to be clickable. Element to be clickable. Again, same thing. We have to define same kind of inputs here also. Okay. Element to be clickable. Next, element to be selected. To be selected. Element to be selected. To be available and switch to it. Only by locator. Element to be selected. Okay. What it shows, right? The element, for example, inside a drop down, I want to select one item. So that item should be displayed. Understand? That means the drop down should display that item. Only then you can select it. So I want to wait until that item is displayed inside the drop down list. That is a condition. In that situations, we can use this condition. Element to be selected is displayed. The element to be selected is displayed. So that element, what item you want to select, that item should be defined by using by locator or by element. Are you clear? This one, element to be selected. Element to be selected. I'll mark. Okay, element to be selected, and other things. Frame to be available and switch to it. Frame to be available and switch to it. What does this means? Frame to be available and switch to it. Okay. Frame to be available and switch to it. What is this is by locator or same thing or web element. We have to define this one. Only one thing. What is this is sometimes, right, it will display pop-up messages. For example, I will show you. See, and where we will use this one. Paytm. If you go to paytm.com, Suppose if I click here inside this, I want to sign up, click on the sign up. See, it displays a pop-up. Got it? This pop-up is a frame. This pop-up is a this pop-up is designed as a frame. Understand? So this frame, I see this frame you cannot automate directly. So we will discuss this about the frames, how to work with iframes and frame elements. We'll discuss that later. Okay, what is that? This is a new frame. This frame is not inside this web page. This frame is a separate element, separate window. Understand? This frame is not inside this web page. This frame is designed as a separate window. So in such case, we have to move the control, WebDriver control, from this web page to this frame. Okay, that means I want to wait to display this frame. I want to wait for this frame to be displayed, and I want to move the control to this frame. If it is a condition, if it is your condition, expected condition, then we can use this frame to be available and switch to it. That means wait for some frame window to be displayed and move the control to that frame. In that scenario, you can use this expected condition. Okay. And similarly, invisibility of element. Invisibility of element means that element should not be displayed. Then we can define this condition, invisibility of element. Important thing. Okay, invisibility of element located by invisibility of element with the text. Invisibility of element located by. Here you have to define attributes. By dot locator we have to define. Okay, with the text. By locator we have to define here. And one more thing, invisibility of element with the text. You can define here text. What text should be displayed in that element. Okay, similarly, presence of element, that is one important. Presence of element means element is displayed. Presence of element located by. Presence of element located. Presence of element. Presence of element located by. It is one important thing. Okay, and other important conditions that we'll be using frequently. See, text to be present in the element. See, in some web element I want to wait for some message to be displayed. So in that condition we can use this important condition. Presence, text to be present in element. Text to be present in element. For example, inside the web page some text should be displayed, then we can use this one. Text to be present in element. Text to be present in element. That element can be defined either by using by locator or web element. And what is the text you are looking for? The text should be displayed. Yeah, text should be displayed. Located element value. Text should be displayed. Okay, and next one, title. Page title. Title contains. Okay, page title. If you want to verify what is the page title, what is the current web page title, I want to wait until some web page to be displayed with this particular title, then we can use this one. Title contains. And next one is visibility of element. Visibility of title contains what is the text. And the next one, visibility of web element. We can define web element, visibility of web element. So these are the some important expected conditions that we will be using inside explicit wait statement.
In this example, we have used the presence of element located, right?
Yeah,
So
I'll tell you.
instead of this,
I got it.
is there any similar? Oh yeah.
Is there
Any similar kind of the attribute for this one, sir? The similar to that presence of element located. Instead of this, can we use any either of these 11 elements?
No, I'll tell
condition.
you. There is some small differences there, Govind. See, presence of element means that element is present in the web page. Are you clear? But that element can be visible or not visible. Are you clear? But element is present, but that may be invisible. But visibility means that element should be visible. Invisibility means that element should not be visible, but that element is present. That element is present but invisible. And understand, presence is different, visibility is different, invisibility is different.
Okay.
Are you clear? That is the difference.
Yeah.
Presence means very simple. That element is displayed in the web page. That can be visible state or not visible state. That may not be a problem. That may not be a matter.
So we can use text to be present in the element, right, sir?
Yeah.
For this presence of element.
Yes, we can use that also. That's what depends upon our requirement. Suppose I want to check the text. I want to verify the element by using text. Then you have to use this one. Or suppose I want to verify the text value inside the element. Inside this web element, this text should be displayed. Understand? I want to verify the text displayed inside the web element. Then we have to use this one. Okay?
Okay, sir.
If you want to verify title of the web page, then we have to use this one. Title contains. Okay, so and depends upon, right, once you start automating the test cases, see what I would suggest you take any application. Okay, for example, redbus.in or Paytm, any application, Govind, you write manual test cases. First understand the functionality of the few functionalities, in this website. For that functionality, write some few test cases and then automate those test cases using Selenium. Only then you will be getting the real-time practical knowledge. Understand? So you should try to automate some functionality in any application. At least one functionality you have to automate. So in that process, you will be using all the features, all the concepts what we are discussing in Selenium. Then once you use these concepts in the real-time scripting, then you feel more confident. Understand? Then you can say that confidently in the interview, yes, I have experience in Selenium. Understand? Even in the real-time projects also, what you will be doing? You will be automating applications. So this is one application. Take some Paytm. Understand one functionality in this Paytm application. And then for that functionality, write some few test cases. And then automate those test cases. And run these test cases one by one by using Selenium. If you are able to do this successfully, you can confidently attend any interview by claiming experience in Selenium tool. I could give you assurance. And you can manage easily in the real-time projects as well. Nothing to worry. But only thing is we have to practice. We have to do some scripting for few test cases. And then come to me if you face any issues. Understand that? So you have to try to use all these concepts, whatever we are discussing. All these concepts you will be using once you start automating a few test cases. Okay. So this is about explicit wait statement. It is very important. This concept is very important. The synchronization concept in the real time also. Page loading, implicit wait, explicit wait is very important. And finally, the sleep. See, the sleep means you can directly write sleep statement instead of writing all these expected conditions, all those things. You can directly simply write here like this: thread dot sleep, thread dot sleep. Define that 60,000 milliseconds. I won't wait for 60 seconds. So this statement will make WebDriver to wait for 60 seconds blindly. It is a just simply wait statement, thread dot sleep. Like this, we have to write the sleep statement.
This also belongs to all steps or one step, sir?
No, at this step, it will wait. WebDriver will wait. That's it. See, this explicit wait also will not be applicable for all the steps. Explicit wait. Understand? Wherever you have written the explicit wait statement, at this point, at that point, WebDriver will wait. Similarly, thread.sleep also, wherever you have written that thread.sleep statement, at that point, it will wait. That's it. But implicit wait is not like that. At any step, if there is any element identification issue, it will wait. This implicit wait is applicable for all the steps, but explicit wait and thread.sleep not applicable for all the steps. Only at the specific at the specific point, at the specific place where you define the explicit wait statement or sleep statement, only at that place the WebDriver will wait. That's it.
So you mean always implicit statement should be defined at the top of the statement, sir. The top of the.
No, it's not a good practice again to write implicit wait, or you can write also. We can use implicit wait also, because see, if you see in your application, you are getting very frequently what is that web element identification issues in the script execution.
Okay.
In that case, you can add that implicit wait. If you are not getting if you are not getting any element identification issues, then you no need to write any implicit wait. So that depends upon the application, how it is running. You may use implicit wait or you may not use it in the script.
That also very beginning only we should write, right?
Exactly correct. That implicit wait should be at the beginning of the script. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a thread statement, and so I have commented it, thread.sleep. So we should not use mostly sleep statements. We have to avoid using of sleep statements as much as possible. Okay. You should try to always use explicit wait if possible, or implicit wait. In worst scenario, you can go with sleep statement. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's it, Govind, for today. So just you please start practicing. That is important. You start scripting, creating the scripts. As I told you, you take one application, understand some functionality in that application, write a few manual test cases, okay, and show me the test case also, and then start automating those test cases one by one. Like that, you can take practice. Are you clear? And if you have any issues or any doubts in automating the test cases, then I can help you. I can explain you what is the problem. Okay. Like that, I want you to practice.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, upload this.
Yeah, I will upload this video today itself. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.